Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, a few weeks ago, we attempted to reball the SSD chip on the SSD stick, right? The NVMe memory. This is the same chip that is installed on many laptops, especially Surface Pro 5s, 6, and they fault out. And from what I've seen, reballing can help. But our last attempt at reballing was a failure. Let me show you what it looks like now. So this is our chip that we reballed last time. As you can see, it's a major failure. Now, the failure is mainly because my tools. So I used inadequate tools. So that was kind of expected. But I got a lot of feedback from you guys. So number one that is most commonly cited is the solder paste is too wet, too much flux on the solder paste. Advice was to just open the solder paste and keep it open for a few days, and it'll dry out nicely and it'll be easier. Could be. I think the main issue was that the stencil is not sticking nicely to the surface. Which means when I press the paste onto the stencil, the paste goes underneath the stencil and it just joins underneath. So there's no way to reball it that way. So today I have a new holder designed for this particular chip. That should make it a lot easier. As you can see, we can remove this. We have two strong magnets here. And the chip fits here very nicely. All right, and then we just put this on and we should be able to reball it. Then we're gonna put it on the preheater and we're gonna melt it onto the board if it works, and we'll see if we can revive this NVMe. This is 128 gigs. It's a very small one, so the value of this is, I don't know, like 10, 15 bucks, maybe 20 bucks. Well, maybe not with tariffs. And we could use balls. I think these are 0.5. I also have 0.3, 0.2, 0.4. I got all kinds of balls. But I don't want to use balls because I don't know how you guys do it, but in my experience, I just, if I need to reball, say 50 balls on the chip, I probably lose like 300 balls in that process. Plus, I do have a ceramic tweezers that probably is the better tool than the metal ones, but it primarily is the electrostatic charge, not the magnetic charge that causes the balls to just kind of stick to everything. So it's very hard for me to actually get those balls in the holes and just one ball per hole and no more. I don't know. I've seen you guys do it, but I don't know. I just can't seem to do it, to get it done. But that is fine because we're gonna use a solder paste. So let's get this cleaned up. Let's resolder it and see if we're gonna have first successful SSD reballing. And we're done. That was easy. See, with proper tools, it's a lot easier than without them. And I know some people do it with just tweezers and a stencil on the desk and they can get it done. Not me though. I need to have proper tools. It's so much easier. But now that I can do it with proper tools, I'll look into actually learning how to do it with just tweezers and the stencil and nothing more. One thing I forgot to do is to put a tiny layer of flux on the chip. That's what I usually do before I put the paste. I forgot. I put the paste. I did remember once I started applying the paste, but I didn't correct that because I wanted to see what happens. It went well. As you can see, the temperature on my machine was 330 and airflow 35. So very slow airflow and relatively low temperature. One thing to worry about though is when you put the nozzle too close, that strong magnet wants to attract the whole assembly towards the nozzle. So something to be aware of. Now let's see the balls. Right, it looks okay. To me, it looks fine. It's at the same distance, right? I can see the balls from the side. I put too much flux on it, and that was the issue. Because once the flux started flowing, the whole chip started moving across the board. So maybe that's what I messed up, because it doesn't work. It doesn't see the SSD. It doesn't show up in the system. Now, I didn't test it before, so we don't know if it did show up in the system, because this SSD is here because it didn't work. But it was not working intermittently. So maybe the chip now, after heating, is completely dead. Who knows? Next time I have to try it with the one that does work, so we can confirm that I removed it and replaced it, and it still works. So this one we have a dilemma. But I definitely did use too much flux, and I think that could have been an issue here because the chip was going all over the place. That was way too much flux. I should have just used a little tiny layer of flux, and that would have been enough. And instead I just put the crap load of flux on it, way too much. So maybe that was the issue. Who knows? I might try it again, just to satisfy my curiosity. But as you saw, the balls looked good. There were some specs that I had to clean. Then obviously, as per recommendation from you guys, after reballing, I put flux and reflowed it again to form nice even pieces of solder. And it worked like a charm. So the only difference, or the only thing that I was doing wrong before, is that I wasn't using the proper tools. Also, this tiny preheater, it makes it so much easier when you have things like this, no components in the back of the board. It makes it so much easier because you just turn it on and it just drops. Well, if you don't put this much flux as I did. So this was one of my best purchases. It was so cheap, and with the little mod of these little thingies, it makes such a difference. And the temperature I set on it was 200. It flows at 185, 190. So it's kind of like using the BGA rework station. You just set the temperature and you just wait. There's no way to apply profiles to this, but you don't really need profiles on these. And that is it. So we don't know if the process was successful and the chip just doesn't work anymore, or I messed up the process because I put too much flux. We'll get back to it, but what I wanted to do is actually get the successful reballing of the chip, and that was successful. So finally I might be able to offer the SSD reballing services to laptops with these tools now. Alrighty, thank you guys very much for all the feedback I received on the last video. That helped me a lot. I do appreciate it. I appreciate your time, and I shall see you guys in the next one.